got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see
Welcome to the NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. I'm your host, Coach Uncle Milt. Standing in for my partner in crime is Coach High. Tell them why they call you Coach High.
They call me Coach High because I like to laugh at my opponents. Thank you for having me, Uncle Bill.
He's sitting in for
Mr. Phenomenal.
Mr. Phenomenal. He's down in Florida. We're trying to get him on the phone to report what's going on, but he'll be back in the studio.
Trying to see if we can get
Next week, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're trying to get somebody to report down in Florida. One of the reasons why we're here, this is our new Studio A. We currently in construction, building our own studio. So we was at Mixed Vibe Radios, and we'll tell you something about that later. But we're here, staying independent, still strong, still going on, still trying to work out the kinks, and we'll be back live very, very soon. So let's start off with the Super Bowl, man. Let's get the scores of all the leagues: New York League, Empire, and Big Apple. We're gonna bring it to you, High, and say what was the scores and everything.
Well, the scores for the last several weeks that passed Super Bowls and with the New York Football League and Empire Youth Football League, also with the Big Apple Football League. I'd like to start off by saying great work by all these organizations. I know we had the Springfield Rifles on the show. We had the Brooklyn Skyhawks also on the show.
First show.
That was the first show, which was a very strong and successful show at that moment. I have the scores, so I'd like to give it to you. So here we go.
Which league is this one you start?
This is from the New York
League starting off.
League.
Yeah.
Where that league is predominantly dominated by the Brooklyn Skyhawks a lot of the time, and the Springfield Rifles this year came in real strong. They've had every team within their organization in the championship game. Springfield pretty much went undefeated for the majority of the football season in all of their age groups. The first game on the till was the 8U game, in which Springfield Rifles 8U played.
It was 8U or they were Peanuts?
They were Peanuts.
Yeah, they're Peanuts. So they don't do weighted. They don't do unlimited. So
that was the Peanut division. You're absolutely right, Uncle. They don't do weighted, and
they do weighted, but they don't do unlimited.
They don't do unlimited weight.
That's it.
So
it was the Peanuts. What was the score? Who's the teams?
The Peanuts on the field that day were Springfield Rifles, Peanut division, and the Brooklyn Skyhawk Peanut divisions.
Okay.
The score for that game was Springfield Rifles 28, and the Brooklyn Skyhawks got a donut.
What was the score with the Skyhawks?
Skyhawks got a donut.
Guys got a 0?
They had
they put a 0?
They put a big old 0 on the Skyhawks.
So 28-0.
28-0.
Congratulations, Springfield Rifles, on that win, Peanuts division.
And the conversation that you guys had on the podcast, which would show the kind of ferocity that the Springfield Rifles had, being led by a female patriarch. So she, pretty pretty much took care of her business in that the peanut.
Oh, a young lady that we had on the show. Oh yeah, she did her thing.
She did her
Yeah,
thing.
the one I told her to go get the water, go get the coach.
Yeah.
All right, she did her thing.
She
That's
did
beautiful.
her thing.
That's beautiful.
The next age group on the list was the junior Pee Wee division for the New York City Football League. We had the Springfield Rifles and the Brooklyn Skyhawks again in the junior Pee Wee division, where the Brooklyn Skyhawks beat out the Springfield Rifles 16-14.
Okay, that was a close game.
Very strong game.
Yeah, close game, 16-14.
A lot of good coaching going on. The game came down to the wire. Last minute touchdown, which we had some of the highlight pictures.
Okay, we gonna put it on the site.
On our site.
We was asking Brooklyn Skyhawks and Springfield Rifles to post their highlights on our group page, our Facebook group.
On Facebook.
Yeah, NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show at Facebook. All right, post your videos up there, and we'll put them on the show.
We had a few pictures posted within the group as well, where they showed some of the top players from Brooklyn Skyhawks and Springfield Rifles, and I believe the final touchdown in which had the Brooklyn Skyhawks beat the Springfield Rifles in that championship game.
That was the finals touchdown.
That was
14-16.
14-16.
And it was the Skyhawks. Or
the Skyhawks
Skyhawks eased out the win. Junior Peewees, right?
Junior Peewees.
Yeah, Junior Peewees.
Good job.
Good job.
By the Brooklyn Skyhawks on their win beating the Springfield Rifles in the Junior Pee Wee division. You do know they played that game. They played that game in Abraham Lincoln Field, which was our home field for the next league that we want to talk about.
Okay. But we still got like 2 games left.
We still do have
3
2
games.
games. We still do have 2 more games in the New York.
I think they played 5 games in
League.
New York League.
Yes, they played 5 games.
5 games. So we got 3 more games left. What's the next game?
Yes, the next game that was on the tilt was the Pee Wee division for the Brooklyn Skyhawks and the Springfield Rifles, where that game came down to a very good and strong defensive game. It was 8-6, where the Brooklyn Skyhawks
eased out another win. Wow, they win these close games.
They
win these close games.
It comes down to when you coach. It comes down to coaching when it comes to the championship game. It comes down to coaching.
So that Springfield Rifle was one of the undefeated teams?
Springfield Rifles definitely was one of the teams
that went in as an undefeated record.
Undefeated team the whole year.
Wow.
Prior to this game.
So where that ball bounces, that's how it goes. That's why we play the game, folks.
This is why we definitely play the game.
You get into the championship game and the way the ball bounces.
Sometimes you play a team a couple times. It gets real hard. It really becomes a problem.
So we already got Skyhawks got 2 games.
2 games.
They won 2 chips.
They went down. They actually went 1-1 on the day prior to this game. They were 1-1. So Brooklyn Skyhawks beat them out in that game, which put the Brooklyn Skyhawks over the Springfield Rifles. Springfield Rifles in their rivalry of some sort, because these are 2 of the top teams.
They're the oldest teams.
They're the oldest teams
in
youth football
in New York City.
So
the oldest youth football
they pretty
organizations
much
in New York
carry
City.
the flag for New York City.
All right. So with the last 2 games.
Well, the last game in which that they had that day was the Bantam division, which is their old division, which was the Springfield Rifles versus the Greenpoint Spartans.
Okay.
And Greenpoint Spartans, you guys definitely need to give us a shout.
Yes.
At the New York Youth Podcast Show.
Yeah.
So
NYC Youth Podcast Show.
We really try to have every team from New York City, every representation from.
So Spartans won that game.
Spartans definitely won that game. 32-12.
32-12.
32-12.
Okay.
Right. The Greenpoint Spartans beat the Springfield Rifles.
All right.
So
next game.
that was basically the day at Abraham Lincoln High School football
You know about
complex.
5 games?
They had I believe it was 4 games.
No, it was 5.
4 games.
True?
4 games.
No, not bad. I thought it was 5 games.
I believe it was 5. I believe it was supposed to be 5, but
Baton, wasn't it Van Cortlandt Titans were playing somebody else in that 5th game?
I would have to do some more research.
Well, I know it was a Van Cortlandt Titans.
Van Cortlandt Titans.
Titans playing someone.
Okay.
We're gonna get it back to you next week, but we're gonna move it on to
Empire.
the Empire.
The Empire League.
The Empire.
The Empire League. The Empire Strikes Back. Big.
The Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire League strikes back big.
There was at Springfield High School. I happened to be there to saw some of the games, and Coach Hodge gonna tell me the score. What was the first game? The first game was.
The first game was pretty much very strong in its behavior, and when it came to playing Brooklyn football.
You imagine should have called it. Be honest with you, you should have called it because it played in Springfield High in Jamaica. So it was Jamaica Bulldogs against the BU Brooklyn United team, and the first 3 games, right? The first 3 games was Brooklyn was
Brooklyn United. It was the first.
Well, the first game. What was the first? The Chiefs.
First game
was the Chiefs in Jamaica, right?
The Chiefs and Jamaica. The
Okay,
first
the
game
Chiefs.
was
9U.
Brooklyn Chiefs. It was the 8U.
8U.
8U. 8U Super Bowl. 8U Super Bowl.
They didn't put that. Hold on a second. That 8U game was at the end.
No, that 8U game was
The end of the first day, and they had to bring it over to the second day. Yeah, that was the end of what was the first game? The first game was 10U.
No. The first game of the day.
You want a lifeline on that? You want a lifeline?
You get a lifeline on that?
We're gonna get that lifeline. We're gonna call somebody. You got a lifeline. That first
Let me
game
use my lifeline.
was 10U.
Let me use
Your
my
lifeline.
lifeline.
You a lifeline. Matter of fact, we gotta get it. Get a lifeline on this.
What's the first game of 10U?
Yeah, the first game was a 10U.
What?
I was there.
You was there for that?
Yeah, that was the first game. I was complaining, why is that the first game? Then it was 9U. Then it was 11U. Right.
I'm gonna get a call in for this one.
And then the 8U was the last game. They lost the lights. They had to play the second half the next day. You call Anthony. He just left.
Call Coach Anthony.
Yeah,
Just to get
call
this
Anthony. He
confirmation.
just left.
Because we got to do a verification
Yeah,
on this
the
one.
first game was the 10U game. Let me just call me.
Hey, Coach.
Well, tell Ty what he's on first, so you don't say nothing crazy.
Hey, Coach Ty, you're live right now on a New York Youth Podcast show. We just called it. You just we here with Coach High and Coach Uncle Milk.
What's up? We just trying to clarify something. You gotta talk a little louder. That 10U game, this championship game, the Super Bowl game, was the 10U game was first, right?
The 10U game was what?
First. Was the 10U game first? The first game?
For Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Was it the first game?
Nah,
I think 9U played first and then 10U.
Nah, because 9U played right after 10.
No,
Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, so 10U played first.
Yeah, 10 we played first.
you played first.
Yeah, the 10U was the first game. How you not remember that? How you was there?
Yeah, I was there.
I was coaching the game.
Ah, that's crazy.
What were you hanging up on her for? You hung up
Oh
on?
no, I did not hang up on him.
Oh.
I did not hang up on him.
What's up, Ty? Congratulations for the Super Bowl win. This is one of the coaches for Brooklyn United 10U division.
Yeah, thank
You know, congratulations. You know, they're part of the they're part of the 444, and we're gonna get them on the podcast show. I think they're in on the 18th of December. I gotta check the schedule, but I gotta call Adam back because we're going through a transition with our studio. We're building our own studio right now, so we're going through the transition. So we might have to push everybody back until we get live on the air. But right now we're filming from our conference room at the Green Desk, and where we currently building Studio A. So Studio A is going to be here, and we're going to be filming, and we're going to be on the air live. We don't have the date yet, but we're a few weeks away. So we're still building and going under construction. Hey, Todd. Well, we need a favor from you, and tell every coach. We got a thing online that we donating, and we giving you a shirt for the donations. You part of our group? All right, yeah, just give us a support. Buy a shirt, send it through the Cash App or the Zealous, put the size and where you live and your address, we'll mail you one of our Studio A shirts. It's for the kids. It's for building, what we try to do for the kids, youth, for, what we try to do here at NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. And I'll show you that you support what we're doing. And, just like I said, our phone lines and doors are always open to you. I don't know if you're going to come with Adam and them, but matter of fact, we might have room for everybody now. Because it was tight at the other studio. Yeah, we got room for the whole BU come down. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we're going to turn it to the BU show. For the whole, I don't know if I can give y'all guys 2 hours. But maybe an hour. Yeah, we're in a conference room, so it's not really padded to. But we're gonna call Adam. I'm gonna call Adam middle of the week, arrange some stuff. We got a little room for everybody, so it's good, Mm-hmm. All right, all right. So any coach out there support youth sports in New York City, please hit up our group. Give your donations, get that beautiful Studio A shirt, and that will help us do good things, man. So thank you for calling. We're calling you, and thank you for answering the phone. All right? All right. All right. Okay. So with that said, we're going to move on. So BU was 10U was first.
10U was
and that was the game. That was really the game.
The game of the
that was the game of the game. That was the game of the game.
Definitely on its job.
Yeah, that was the game, man. Yeah, that was. But the Bulldogs came. Listen, the Bulldogs brought it though.
The Bulldogs came to
play. The Bulldogs, they came to play.
Shallow.
They came to play. They had your guys scoreless. Yeah, man. They had you scoreless for the, They had, and the Bulldogs, I believe, was the number 3 team.
Yes.
So what they did was they beat the number 2.
They made their way.
They came to the number 1 and they gave your guys some scary.
Some real scary moments.
Yeah. Yeah. I was there at the time game.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I got back to the city for our game, you know what I mean? I found out that the Bulldogs won. I said, what? They only played a couple of minutes left in the game.
They did it at the end. They did it in the fourth quarter. The minutes in the fourth quarter they did it.
They had They had a miraculous season.
They almost did it. They almost did it to y'all with the same play they did it to the team, to the Titans.
To the Titans.
That kid dropped that pass, we'd be talking something new. It won't be a 4-4-4. It wouldn't have been a 4-4-4.
That's true.
What you said? No, they did. They
fought that whole game. I was there.
So what was the score? What was the score? The final score of that game?
The final score of that game, BU 10U versus Jamaica Bulldogs came down into a double overtime game.
Yeah.
28-21
Wow.
on the 10U division.
Wow.
That was the game that we played.
The
10U
10U?
division.
10U? Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a double overtime.
It was a shootout. It was a shootout. Like, y'all
So
y'all
at the end
went
of the
first?
game, they scored first.
Yeah.
They scored first.
Yeah.
We scored, and then we ended the game on the final score, going in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right, Tom, man. Thanks for calling in. Or we called you. Thanks for answering the phone, rather. All right. Yeah, man. Just like I said, we need that help. We need that help. We need some donations online. We got some nice, beautiful shirts to give for the donation. And whoever you get on that end, just tell us to hit up the Cash App or hit up the Zealots. And it's in my name, Milton Morton, and my telephone number is 718-313-4826. That's 718-313-4826. Please, we need the help, the support. Thank you. All right, we see you. We see you about. Yeah, that's true. But we'll see you in maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, you see you. Yeah, we'll see. You gotta make that show, Coach. I'm trying to get it to 444 in. What is it? The 9U, 10U, 11U,
9U,
10U,
10U,
11U,
11U,
12U.
12U.
Trying to get them all in here.
We gotta get everybody in the building.
Yeah. All right. And bring that beautiful trophy with y'all. You know.
That's it.
All right. Hey. Did you go this weekend to the what? Y'all went to Delaware or where did you go to? Virginia? Oh, you didn't go? Okay.
I had the flu, so I couldn't even travel with the team. But, I heard they went out there, they did their thing. We had our players go out there, and they just had to live the life of seeing how it is to deal with the national character.
Yeah.
They go out there and deal with that. So
I'm gonna try to get Smitty on the line a little later on.
Yes.
Matter of fact, do me a favor. Call Smitty, right? Call Smitty and tell him I'm gonna call him, pick up. I'm gonna try to get him on the line, talk about what's going on at the Nationals. All right? You do me a favor. All right?
you actually called Smitty for the pickup. So you talking about the Nationals?
Yeah, he was there, right?
Okay, like I said, I'm hearing an echo from you, so I'm not really hearing you.
I'm sorry, that room.
I'm hearing partial.
Okay.
I'm just putting it together.
Okay. All right. So, thanks, Ty, man. Thanks, Coach Ty.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thanks for calling in, Ty.
All right. Well, let's go to break. This holiday season, think of Hotbeats. Hotbeat Electronic, authorized dealers. Cell phone accessory, Hotbeat. Electronics, Hotbeat. Car audios, Hotbeat. DJ equipment, Hotbeat. In store at 16605 Jamaica Avenue. That's 16605 Jamaica Avenue. Telephone number is 718-291-1552. That's 718-291-1552. Or shop online at hotbeatsnewyork.com. That's hotbeatnewyork.com. All right, let's get back at it.
We back at it. Here we
All right,
go.
what's the
Here we
next?
go.
What's
The next game on the tilt was the 9U Brooklyn United Terror Squad, led by Darth Vader, KV, one of the top linebackers, defensive players in the nation, Just Blaze, and Carlos and the rest of those boys over there at BU, Terror Squad.
Okay. They played against
the Jamaica
Jamaica
Bulldogs
with Big Sexy.
with Big Sexy.
Yeah, okay.
And the game.
Yeah,
over
Big Sexy
there-
had a touchdown.
Big Sexy had a big touchdown in
All
that
right.
game. Big touchdown
Sexy.
in that game, rumbling and
Yeah.
stumbling down
Uh-huh.
down the lane.
The
But-
the coaches on that, the Bulldogs, coach Chuck Charles,
Mhm.
you know, the president was on there, the Bulldog president, Coach Lance Morgan, and the coach, who other coach was on there?
Well, they had the Brooklyn United coaches over
Shaq.
there.
Shaq, you know, okay. Well, what scores with that?
Well, the score for that game was, I have it here, 34-19.
Okay, so
34-19.
wow. That team beat the number one Chiefs.
They beat the number one team. They absolutely
Yeah,
did.
Bulldogs.
That's Jamaica
Bulldogs,
Bulldogs.
9U team.
9U
Shocked
team.
the number one
Definitely
Chiefs.
shocked the Chiefs.
So they was wow. I mean, that was they win.
That was their Super Bowl, you believe? That was Jamaica's
Yeah.
Super Bowl that game.
So they got a dose of reality with the number 2 team.
They got a reality check
All
on
right.
the terror squad.
All right.
Trust me.
All right.
You know, it's been for a long time. It's been for a very long time. I want to say 2 years in a row that Brooklyn United was looking at the Brooklyn Chiefs in those games, in the Super Bowl games. So
Okay.
I guess Jamaica proved their bill. They proved their bill. They had a great team in the beginning of the season.
Well, my opinion is, you know, I think, you know, talking to the president, Mr. Lance Morgan,
Okay.
that they had a good season and they had 8U was really their team.
Okay.
10U came up because you got a good coach in Dillon, Coach Dillon. So he had his guys playing, you know, good ball. You know,
they got a couple.
The
balls
9U
over
team
there,
was their
too.
shocker. The 9U team was their shocker. So, you know, they got next year to look forward to. They
They
got
got a big year
3
next year
teams.
coming.
They got 3 teams on the rise. It's gonna be, you know, they got to look
Very
forward to.
good. And I mean, I believe that's the way it's supposed to be too. You know, your younger divisions are supposed to hold up your organization,
Yeah.
especially in the youth football program. You want to start on lower levels, so you know the group of kids that's going to be moving up within the organization. That game wasn't it. It was a good game, but it wasn't close. Brooklyn United had a lot of firepower.
You know,
You
it
know,
was
it's
a
very
number.
good game.
It was a number 2 going against a number 4 seed. So you know,
It was.
yeah, you know,
It was
it's
a
what
game.
it was.
It was a game.
You know, it was a
game.
reality check. You know, so the next game was the
Next game on
AU.
the tip- the next game on the tip was the 8U Brooklyn Chiefs versus the Jamaica Bulldogs.
And that was the game.
That was a game
That was
and a
that was the
half
second best game of the
day.
of the day, and I was there, and the lights started. Because Springfield don't have lights, so the day that was at the end of the day, you know, so they had to like finish the second part of it the next day.
Mhm.
But it was a tough game. It was a tough defensive game.
Mhm.
And what was the score? The end of the score was that?
The Brooklyn Chiefs 21, the Jamaica Bulldogs 12.
Okay.
The Brooklyn Chiefs came with very strong 8U, and you know I looked at that 8U from the summer up until the fall, and the Brooklyn Chiefs has a very, very strong staff over there of young
Coaches and
soldiers,
stuff.
young coaches, very strong structure with the youth over there with their 8U
And
division.
they had to make a statement because that 9U team was supposed to be their team.
Yes.
You know, they like the 9U team. They were shocked that they lost to a 4 seed.
See, right?
Number 1 seed lost to a 4 seed, so they was worried. And you know, they said, "Well, we got to send a message." So that game was very.
Shots fired. Through shots fired.
I seen it was like strategically, you know, they had to pull that game out.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, I believe
And
that.
it was like.
I believe that as well.
You know, the end of the day, when you got to play the next game, that takes a lot of firepower.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
the schedule was like the schedule of the game, and you know, when you don't got to fill the lights and stuff, you want to finish that on the same day, but it's different when you go in there. You're the first game in the morning, and so I guess the Bulldogs really didn't have a lot of firepower, going into that next game. We wish and hope that game should have been played within its entirety, and but it's
who knows?
Maybe something up the road we might put something together.
And try to make something
and make something happen. Put that game in its entirety.
Get some floodlights.
Yeah. Don't make that game like this is a real game.
Pull up some cars.
So what was the next game?
The next game was the.
And that's the second day. That's the second day.
That was the second day. This is the second day at Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
Springfield
high school
campus. In Springfield, Queens.
Yeah.
Which were the bully boys of the Brooklyn United. There was the 11U of Brooklyn United. They played the Untouchables from Yonkers, which is in Empire. This game wasn't close at all. The bully boys were basically bullied the entire game.
What was the score?
The game was 13-6.
Wow. It's kind of close game.
It's a close game, but the score did not
reflect how the
game was.
It was like it really was a bully beatdown.
Bully beatdown.
Or just the score didn't reflect it.
The score didn't reflect it.
All right.
Those guys were highly confident coming in. They were coached. They had an undefeated season.
Yeah.
So they might have looked past the Untouchables, thinking about nationals.
Yeah.
And they still came out with the win.
That's part of the 4-4-4.
That's part of the 4-4-4.
BU beatdown. Super Bowl beatdown. 4-4-4.
4-4-4.
That's it. That's part of that. That's our quarter.
That was on day 2.
The next game, the 12U is kind of like a payback.
The 12U game.
It's got to be a payback for last year.
Game in Empire. Not only for last year, but I want to say for the year prior to where we called them at that time the Primetime Boys.
Okay.
With me.
They finally got one. The last time they got one was at 9, right?
At 9, that was 9.
And then it fell short at 10.
They fell short in the Super Bowl.
And then they fell short last year in the playoffs.
And they fell short in the playoffs.
And now they got, that's sometimes that's how football is.
Yeah.
You succeed one, you good year, and then because that's where the ball bounces.
Yeah.
And in the Super Bowl last year, the Wolfpack, they brought it, and there was some mistakes that, what it was 10U at the time?
10U at
Maybe
the time.
like a couple of turnovers and stuff like that. So even though they had a great record in the season, coached by a great coach, Coach Devine, a couple of balls bounced, a couple of this here, and it happens. And now y'all got payback. What was the score with that?
Well, that game eked out at 27.
Oh, y'all really got payback.
6. Yeah, 27.
They brought it.
6. They brought it that game.
They brought it.
The Wolfpack wasn't really sure about what type of Brooklyn United team they was going to get. They didn't know if they was going to get the Primetime Boys or if they was going to get the Gravediggers. But that game was a pretty strong showing by that 12U. Okay. They dug a lot of graves in that game. So, Brooklyn United, they came and they showed their new moniker, the Gravediggers, and they dug a grave for the Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack went back home to the Bronx.
They sent them back home packing.
Back home packing?
Like a little puppy.
All right, so that was the last 13U game? The
last game of the deal was the Brooklyn Chiefs and the Brooklyn Titans. Yeah. Believe in that game. And the Brooklyn Chiefs beat the Titans in that game.
Okay. And so Brooklyn Chiefs got 2 chips
on the day. Two championships on the day.
Yeah, and BU got 4.
And BU left out with 4. So, who really runs Empire? Is it Brooklyn? Does Brooklyn run Empire?
I'm not getting into that. I'm just kidding. I'm not getting into that.
You're going to be neutral in that one?
No comment.
No comment. Well.
No comment. Empire is going to have a good teams in there that's on the rise. You cannot overlook Jamaica Bulldogs.
Hey, man.
You
Brooklyn,
cannot overlook Jamaica Bulldogs 11U coming in this 10U.
Man.
You cannot overlook the 9U. There's going to be the 8. You can't overlook them teams.
After the year that Brooklyn United have, I know they're gonna have to try and redeem some more credibility with
The Chiefs
the way the season, and you know the Chiefs is gonna come.
They
and speak on
revamping.
it.
They revamping new coaches.
Jamaica is revamping. Wolfpack will be
These guys are coming. Yeah,
revamping.
these guys are
There's a
coming.
lot of teams, man.
You know?
We got a lot of teams, a lot of leagues in New
Yeah.
York City. I'm really hoping that we could come together and do something major, because some of the top winners.
Well, the merge has got to happen, man, because it's better football.
To say football.
It's
man,
better
to
football.
make-
It's better football. And if you about the kids, and like I said, my last show, if you about the kids and you about football, why not?
Uncle Mel, I totally agree with you, Uncle Mel.
I mean,
New York City in a nutshell is a pretty big, city, man. We have a lot of things going on in the city, and I mean, for the strength and for the betterment of the youth, I believe if all three leagues would come together and show some continuity for New York City, we can have a huge pool of kids for the city, which could benefit the city
that's true.
and benefit the inner city, and also for the kids, to put them in a better light.
Yeah, like my mother always tell me, man, where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely.
And if we check your Eagles at the door, it will happen. We figure out, and stop strategically, lining up for championships. No, we want real football.
We want real football in the
We want
city.
real football, real
We have a lot of
competition.
talent. We have a lot of
want
kids
to
here.
We want to praise the best team coming out here, going to Florida, or wherever you're going to Delaware, or wherever you're going to Virginia.
Whatever you
wherever
want,
you
that's
decide
going
you
to
wanna
benefit
go,
these young
We
people.
want to support the best team
Yes.
because you play the best teams.
And,
That's it.
and you play to be national champions.
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
everyone plays the game for. We play to win the game. There shouldn't
I mean,
be
that-
any praise for those who come in second and third place. I
I'm
believe that.
not leaving that alone.
Hey, this is just the
I
way I
agree
see
with
the game,
that one alone.
and
But the thing is that it's kids and it's a sport that we like, and we work hard. We work hard to complete and finish games. Wherever the results are, in my opinion, is that long as the youth football is at place and it survives, we okay. I'm okay. We like the inner camaraderie about coaches bragging and want to be winning. All that's part of it. All that's part of it. But it's more enjoyment of the kids. And when you take it out their hands, then it's not fun anymore. So I want us to merge. I want the merge to happen. You don't have to give up your flag. New York could be still New York. Empire could be still Empire. Big Apple could be still Big Apple. But we play each other, and at the end of the day, one is the best in New York in each division.
it's bragging rights, man.
That's it. That's
It's
all.
bragging
I'm sit
rights.
up there and say, yo, I'm the best.
I mean, real
I
bragging
played
rights.
everybody. I played you. I played that one. I played this one. We play instead of we play what's on the schedule.
There was a time,
Yeah.
there was a time in which I came into youth football after playing college football, and where I see New York City really transpiring into a great football city.
Yeah. We get ready to go to the break. Well, a couple of seconds, we're gonna come back. We're gonna do the Big Apple.
Big Apple.
And we're gonna finish with
Super
this.
Bowl.
All right, we'll be back. We gotta pay some bills. This is the season to think of Hot Beats. Hot Beats Electronics, authorized dealers. Cell phones and accessories, think of Hot Beat. Electronics, think of Hot Beat. Car audio, think of Hot Beat. DJ equipment, think of Hot Beat. Visit our stores at 16605 Jamaica Avenue, Jamaica, New York. That's 16605 Jamaica Avenue, Jamaica, New York. Call us at 718-291-1552. That's 718-291-1552. Or shop online at hotbeatnewyork.com. That's www.hotbeatnewyork.com. Advertise with us at NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. We offer your business to get in on the ground floor of a fast-growing podcast with voice or video ad spots on our show. Let us help you advertise your products, services, events, fundraising, games, and tournaments here at the NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. For more info, call us at 347-776-7070. That's 347-776-7070, or email us at nycUsportspodcastshow@gmail.com. That's nycUsportspodcastshow@gmail.com. NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. We're back. Coach Uncle Milk, Coach Haas sitting in for my partner crime, which down in Florida. We're going to be hearing from him on the next show. He has a lot of footage and a lot of information in Florida. We have some we're going to share tonight. So the best show, Super Bowl show, I felt was what Big Apple put on. Big Apple put the most best show on from far, all the three that I went to. Big Apple looked good. My hat's off to Courtney. And what's his commissioner name? Tom. Hats off for them. You had a great show. You know, I enjoyed that Super Bowl, ate some good food, you know, and everything.
Definitely did.
That guy that do the catering, they did the catering. Shout out for that Brooklyn catering company.
Brooklyn Soul?
Yeah, Brooklyn Soul. Shout out to them. They make the best fishes.
Fish and French fries in those games.
I haven't tasted
something phenomenal.
And shout out to them because that Brooklyn Soul catering was nice. And they did this Empire Super Bowl at Springfield, and they came to Lincoln 2 days. This
Big
weekend
Apple.
And Big Apple.
Yes, and I believe they were supposedly out there too. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, for New York, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that place was like, I got the brothers' information. Brooklyn Soul, food vendors. You know, if you got an event, I'm gonna throw this free promo into them. If you got an event, call the guys at Brooklyn Soul Food Vendors. Telephone number is 347-668-1342. That's 347-668-1342. That's on the house. So when I see them next year, I'm going to get one of those fish and chip plates. All right? Let's get back at Big Apple.
Going back at Big Apple.
What's the score? What's going on, Hot?
We're going to break it down by division once again. The 8U division, which was played out by the Staten Island Hurricanes versus the Brooklyn Renegades. The Brooklyn Renegades surprised the Staten Island Hurricanes, I believe, in this game, where they beat them 39-0.
Donut?
39
flat
donut.
tire.
They caught a flat tire in that championship
Sure
game.
caught a flat tire.
Hurricanes.
39 to a flat tire.
You know it's kind of heavy coming over the bridge, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of heavy coming over that
coming
bridge.
over there and go back with a flat tire. You know?
Courtney Collins, you know, he's been doing a wonderful coaching job for so many years. You know,
that's his team, right?
That's his organization.
Okay.
So
that now you team he coach.
That I believe that was his AU team in which that he coached.
Oh, he coached the AU team when the 9U team coached by a different coach.
Yes.
All right. So what's going on with the 10U? That was the next game, right?
The next game was the 9U.
9U? Okay.
For the Staten Island Hurricanes, which they call themselves the show. That 9U. The show. You know, the show.
SHO.
SHO.
Yeah.
You know, the show. You know, they played the Brooklyn Bombers.
That's Money Mike's team.
In a strong. That's Money Mike's team. Yes.
I think that's Money Mike and Jay's team.
I think that's Money Mike and Jay's team.
Yeah.
Shout outs to those guys. You know, they over there in Big Apple doing great things. I believe that was the third of their championship run in Big Apple. You know, they out there in nationals right now in Florida with their team. They beat the Bombers 21-6 in that championship game, which was a very strong game played by the show. Offense, defense, you know, all phases of football and special teams, which was played very well by the Staten Island Hurricanes, where they beat the Brooklyn Bombers in a 21-6 game. Again, you know, the show was strong in the Big Apple Super Bowl. They had the 10U team as well.
Another team?
Another team.
So they had 3 teams in the
They
chip.
had 3 teams in the championship, which was a very strong showing by the Staten Island Hurricanes. They played the PST Lions in a 6-0 win. Another donut on the board.
Another donut for the PSC Lions. I was there. That was a tough defensive game.
Very strong defensive game.
Yeah, very tough defensive game.
By both teams.
Yeah. They
played bend don't break football.
Yeah.
And
I think
you know,
the show was putting 11 in the box. I remember I talking to the coach. I said, "You're gonna have to get a pass play, because you know where you running." They got 11 in the box. They even brought up the safety.
Hey, they were playing.
Yeah, how they put the safety in the box,
They
bro.
put the safety in the box. So they said, listen,
I was like, whoa.
If you can't beat us passing, you're not gonna beat us running.
I was to the coach, you may want to throw a pass in.
Yeah.
They not respecting nothing you're doing.
And you know, when you know what you're doing on the football field, sometimes that's what happens. The 10U basically, you know, has been coached for a very long time. You know, under a lot of good tutelage by.
But that's that 10U team that remember that kid who was coaching. What's his name? We call him.
Is that?
We call. No, we get these little nicknames for kids.
Is that the
And we
guy?
call him that
guy?
That guy.
That guy?
His name is not that guy. We call him.
We call him something else.
TN. We call him TN.
To keep it politically correct, we call him that guy.
Yeah, we call him that guy. That guy had a good game.
You know,
He had a touchdown too.
A Boogie, shouts out to A Boogie.
A Boogie.
You know, shouts
I
out to
call him that N.
Hey, the kid is pretty electric.
Yeah.
He's pretty electric.
We had him over at our my short tenure at BU coaching. That's the same kid who went over the pond.
Yeah.
And with that team, all right. And they won their Super Bowl 6-0.
6-0.
And what how 11 you do with 11?
11U, the 40 boys.
Yeah.
With led by Chuck Simmons, Charles
Coach.
Chuck Simmons, which is the quarterback, the rifleman for those 40 boys. 11U. They beat the Teaneck Highwaymen 36-6.
Wow.
In a very physical game by the Staten Island Hurricanes. I was there watching the game.
So
those guys, they left a lot of points on the field.
So let's wrap it up like this. So the show got three wins. They got 3 chips.
Got 3 championships.
They didn't do like Empire and BU 4.
They didn't make the fall.
Oh, so
they didn't make the fall.
We can't even talk about that.
We can't consider them in
They
the
had to tie with the 4.
They had the tie.
They ain't finished yet. That was the last team. They had what? 1, 2, 3.
They had 3 teams.
That's all 3 teams. Oh, we can't talk about the 4. They did what? They won 2.
They won 3.
They won 3.
They won 3.
So they 3. Nah.
No, they actually won 2.
They won 2 out.
It
was their
2
3.
out of 3.
It was their 3. They had 3 team divisions in the chip.
Yes.
And they won 2.
They actually had 4 teams in the division. They didn't complete the 4-4-4. They won 3.
Okay.
And lost 1.
All right, so we can't even mention with the 4.
We can't mention them with the 4-4-4.
4.
But there was still a lot of football played on that day.
Okay.
The 12U played,
Mm-hmm.
and there was 2 teams that was in that Super Bowl. 2 teams that deserved to be there, I believe. The Brooklyn Renegades and the Brooklyn Steelers.
And that was that kid that we want to do it for.
Oh man,
we gotta do a promo. We gotta do a promo.
We gotta do a spotlight on this guy.
What was
I believe he's a relative of Mr. Bailey.
Okay.
And this kid needs somebody to call in and find out this kid on the field. We gave him another name. We called him Mr. Electricity because, you know.
What did Leaf call him a name? Leaf had a name for him?
Leaf had a name for him, and I would love for Leaf to call in and give him this name.
We get it. But we're trying to put some stuff together. If y'all got film on this kid, what's this kid's number?
Number 26.
Number 26.
Number 26.
And there was another kid, number
for
99
Brooklyn,
or
number
something?
99.
Number 9?
Defensive beast.
Yeah, we need film loaded on our Facebook page of the Brooklyn
Steelers.
It's two kids. We want to do.
Number 26.
We want to put them on our spotlight show.
And
That
number
we
99.
26 and 99.
26 and 99. Definitely.
We need film on them, and please excuse us because we don't know the names. We don't like to make mistakes like that, but these kids are very important for us. We like to, we try to reach out to the Bombers, and just like I said, I put the banners on the page. Please load your highlights.
Yes.
So please load these young men at their 12U and the Brooklyn Panthers, right? Brooklyn Steelers. Excuse me, Brooklyn Steelers, number 26 and number 99. And please load that on our page at Facebook, NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. Load their videos, load their names, and we're going to talk about them next week. See if we can get an interview in and have them come in on the next show. All right? And these twos was dynamic in that game.
They were phenomenal.
They had a dynamic year, too.
They had a very strong year.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Steelers came a long way.
Yeah.
They over there at Betsy Head Park.
Yeah.
Those guys did with a lot on that side of Brooklyn in East New York, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And
That's Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Brownsville, Brooklyn. Hats off to the Brooklyn Steelers. And we got the T-Neck Highwaymen. That also played in the Big Apple
They
Super Bowl.
Jets, right?
They played the Harlem Jets at Lincoln. The 13U, the T-Neck Highwaymen, they scored 33 to Harlem Jets 0.
Wow, another donut.
This game was played under heavy controversy. I want to believe they played multiple games, which was.
Did they play that Sunday? Did they play before?
Played that Sunday.
They didn't play Saturday?
They did not play Saturday. They played the day before. They played in a game that was played over in Teaneck.
Wasn't that the Saturday game? Because the Sunday.
I believe it was Saturday.
Okay, the Saturday game they played in Teaneck. On
You know,
Saturday, it was some controversy.
There was a lot of controversy about the game. Between,
I don't know how much controversy if you got a zip. Yes, 33. So
there was this game was played by a few teams that weren't supposed to be in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
This is where the controversy came from. Our sources on where we get our information from are kind of exclusive. We have a lot of people who are in good places and good graces.
Okay.
Where we get our information as far as for what was going on with Big
So
Apple.
this is like allegedly that these teams,
I wouldn't
some
say,
teams are. But we don't know until we
I
get
wouldn't
somebody.
say allegedly. I would love the commissioners. I would love
We
the
gotta get them on the
presidents.
show.
I would love
Yeah,
the
come in and explain.
commissioners to come in and the presidents of these leagues to come in and speak
Yeah.
on the podcast when we
Yeah.
have our live
Our
shows.
doors is
Call in
always
when
open.
Our doors is always open.
They can call in
You know,
anytime. and get it
Confirm
done.
what is going on with this situation.
Because it was Freeport was supposed to be.
Freeport
And then they played-
and I
they
believe
didn't
they
play
were
at all.
supposed to play, and that Freeport game, that Freeport didn't play as well because of unrestricted players. This two league rule.
Yeah.
Was a supposed issue that was going on. Also, the riot
Well,
squad was supposed to be in that. Super
Okay,
Bowl.
so we
A lot of
need
controversy for
the
that jersey.
commissioner of Big Apple,
Yes.
someone to represent Big Apple, and the teams to reach out to us, or we'll reach out to them, and on the next show we'll bring them in and find out what happened.
And see if
Because
we can find a resolution because looking at
But it was a resolution. They got
they played the game. You're absolutely right.
because
They played the game.
Freeport is not there. They in
They in
Florida
there. They in
catching
Florida.
rep. They the only team standing in New York and Florida.
This is true.
And as we speak right now, we like to get that story, and we want to hear on our podcast show.
You know,
So
but there was a lot over the holiday. There was a lot of football being played.
Yeah.
There's a lot of football being played. A lot of teams went over to nationals. From the city.
I heard the 444 went over to Delaware. What happened with that?
The 444, the terror squad after
444.
after their
Two teams of the 444.
two teams
What
actually.
What it was the
went.
9U and
It was the 9U and the 10U
Three
along with the 11U.
so that's 3.5 teams.
That's 3.5 teams.
Okay. What happened? How did they do?
Down,
How did
they
you do
went
it?
down to Delaware. They went down to Virginia.
Well, now you
And
do
you know, this is some of the issue I have right now
Yeah.
with New York City football, which I feel like, you know, we really need to come together.
What is the
You know?
score? How happened?
Come
I want to
on.
know that people want to know
Uncle Mel.
what happened to the 444 when they went to Delaware. 9U, what happened?
And
What's the score?
they played
So
Middle
on your
Village.
sheet, read it.
They played Middle Village.
Middle Village.
They played Middle Village and
What's the whole name? Middle Village what?
Middle Village. What was the name of the team?
Was it Renegades?
Was it the Middle Village
What
Renegades?
is that? All right, forget it. Middle Village.
35
What?
to nothing.
Is that the part of the 444?
Oh man.
They went down there with a donut?
35 to nothing.
Can't be. That can't be. Don't tell me that's not
Hey
true.
man. I don't know what
They
happened.
got on a bus and they
They
went
got-
down to Delaware and came back with a donut.
Hey man, they play football everywhere in the United States, man.
Any given day,
Any given
Day.
time that, you know, guys suit up and they
Yeah.
put 11 on the field and the other team
So
puts
tell
11
me
on the
they
field.
so. Tell me part of the 444. They made history
Down
in a
goes
big
Frazier.
in a big empire. 444 straight 4 division Super Bowl wins.
Hey man, it's a different
They broke a record.
animal.
All right, so what happened to-
New York
What happened to the 10U/11U?
Well, they went down to
Virginia, right?
Virginia, and they played the Northwest Raiders. Northwest Raiders.
And what happened? Tell me something
Virginia.
good. Tell me something good.
I mean, the game was physical. They played a multitude of 2 games down there at the Holiday Bowl. Shout out to those guys at the Holiday Bowl. But, you know,
What happened?
they played a lot of teams, man. A lot
Spit
of
it
teams
out.
going
What
down there.
happened at the
And-
game?
I mean, I like things being a little bit more organized. I like things being a little structured to where football is being played in the protection of the youth.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Those unsanctioned.
Oh, here he goes now.
I don't want to get into it.
Unsanctioned bowl.
Unsanctioned bowls.
Can you please tell me what happened to the terror squad? What is that? The
Well,
Savage
no,
Boys.
the
Savage Boys.
The Savage Bullies.
The Savage. But what do we
The
call them?
Savage Bullies. I don't know what to call them right now.
Right. They
But-
were one part Savage.
One
right?
part Savage.
And the other part was
the
what?
other part Bully.
But Savage
One
Bullies.
part Savage.
Savage Bullies. What happened to the
Savage
Savage
Bullies.
down there in Northwestern?
It's unsanctioned.
Okay.
So, you know, teams like to pad up
There you go.
their books.
I don't know why high.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
You
don't
stole
want me to sugarcoat
No,
it.
I don't
I'm
want you.
gonna
I
keep
want
it
you to
straight
say
down
what the
line.
score was.
They
Wait, did they-
waved the flag.
What?
They waved the flag.
Wait a minute, hold on. They didn't finish the game?
They didn't finish the game. They didn't finish.
What?
They didn't finish the game.
Come on, man.
Listen, for me,
2 Super Bowl. All right, let's go back.
listen.
What was the scores in the Empire game? 9, what it was 10U?
10U,
They beat the Bulldogs?
they beat the Bulldogs 28-21.
All right, what was the 11U score?
11U, 13-6.
You tell me they waved the flag in the first quarter?
Hey man, it's
They waved the flag in the first quarter?
It's a different type of animal.
Wow, tell me something.
Leaving New York.
So you tell me it was an
unsanctioned.
Did they have
game.
ringers in there? They
They
had older
absolutely
kids?
have ringers. They have
playing
older
there?
kids.
Yeah, they had older
They
kids
had-
playing against younger kids?
You know,
I mean, we can't say we're gonna have BU in soon.
We'll have
So
BU in-house.
we're gonna get all this straight
We'll
now.
we'll get down to.
You telling me it's no score? I mean, somebody threw out the flag.
Hey,
Somebody threw the tie away.
I wasn't there.
I
I wasn't there. I don't know.
tell you they threw the tie away.
This is just
Information.
that
Allegedly, someone said to our show that the laundry coach threw the towel in. I don't believe that.
I don't know who that is.
The laundry coach threw the towel in.
I don't know who that is.
And that's what it was said. That's what they said. The laundry coach threw it.
Hey.
And it's allegedly, and we're gonna have BU in soon, so we're gonna get all that straightened out.
Allegedly.
And I don't believe this. This is the
Well,
part of the 444.
Listen, this is the recap show.
444 can't go down.
We're recapping.
Take the show out on the road and come back with a donut.
Listen,
Well, 444 can't.
New York City really has to get this thing in line
So you think
because
it's like the quality of games.
the quality of games, the quality of play, I really truly believe
It's
some of these.
That's not really champions.
A
That's
lot
what you're
of
saying,
a lot of teams. I
You
mean,
don't really
I would
know.
love to see. I would love to see Big
No,
Apple versus
no,
the New York
stop,
City
stop,
League.
stop,
I would
stop.
love to see
Stop,
Empire
stop. So you
versus
saying-
Big Apple teams.
Coach,
I
you
would
saying-
love to see New York come
You're saying
together.
that people are going places and they're not really. Listen, we got bad news. Keep going. I'm not gonna say.
Oh my God!
What happened in Florida the
We
first
got
day?
more bad news.
What happened in Florida the first
God.
day, man?
Bro.
Let's get to Florida. Because a lot of people put up some donuts, man.
This is the recap show, right?
Yeah, I mean,
This
listen,
is the
you
recap.
can't talk about 444. The show went down there and did what? What did they do
I
the
mean,
first day?
there's a different set of circumstances when we talk
Okay,
about
and they
Nationals.
go other. They know what they
You know, you could go to any Nationals.
Yeah, but when you leave this city,
It's a different
thing.
type of animal. It's a different.
I see.
Hey, I try to tell these guys, man. I try to tell them all the time. When you guys are playing football and you leave the state of New
Yeah,
York,
yeah.
these guys, it's all they have. We gotta make this the order of the day.
What happened in Florida first day?
First day in Florida, oh man, it was brutal. It was brutal.
brutal. A lot of teams ain't
A lot of
standing.
teams are
They
not
should have threw the flag.
standing.
White flag.
Are not standing.
All right, let's read them out.
First day recap.
First day recap. This is hold on, coach. This is a recap from our partner in crime, Coach.
Mr. Phenomenal.
Yeah, he's down there.
Always on time.
Reporting the games live. He'll be back to us next week on the next week's show. And these are the recaps that he sent back to us. So,
Shouts out to Elite,
so
Mr.
let's
Baker.
read them off. Let's read them off.
Yes, first day recaps was the Staten Island Hurricanes. They went out to Florida with their 8U after winning their Big Apple Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these guys, did they played in the Atlantic Ocean or they came over from.
So what was the score?
The score was 40-0.
And that's the show.
That's the show.
The show
The
showed
8U
up.
show. They
and
showed up
Flat tire.
and they
Flat tire.
flat tire.
All right, that's the next one.
Brick City All Stars out of New Jersey played the Lakewood Spartans. That game was 35-0.
Nothing. Another flat tire.
Another flat tire. Big
New
Apple.
York flat tire. Let's
I don't know
go.
what's going on.
Tri-state flat tire.
Tri-state flat tire.
What's going on? Come on.
Mighty Mike Division.
Mighty Mike
The
Division.
Brooklyn Saints
Yeah.
0.
Another flat tire.
Northwest Raiders 35.
What's going on with New York City? They go out of state and they all these flat tires.
Hey man,
They don't even score.
we have to make ourselves relevant in the city.
Ah man,
There
what's
has
the,
to
what's
be
the next
things
one?
Place put in order.
We go out of state and something happens. We lose our mojo or something.
I don't know what it is. I mean, we got the swagger, we have the look, we have the size.
Mm.
We gotta fix some things,
Yeah.
man.
What's the
Listen,
next one?
Glazer camps are important.
What's the next one?
Glazer camps are important.
Coach.
10U division.
Mhm.
Staten Island Hurricanes 6, DMV Knights 12.
Oh, okay.
You know, that game was a little bit closer.
Yeah, they didn't put up a
Little bit more.
donut. They didn't put up a.
They didn't donut.
All right. Just
So,
give it
you know,
up for the Staten Island Hurricanes. They went out there and they
showed face.
showed some competitiveness.
Yes.
You know, in the game. What was the
Played.
next one?
We had the BC All Stars again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Brick City was really strong, real
What
forceful.
division? They take
10U division.
10U division.
They played the Tri-City Flames on the
Okay.
first day. You know, that was a team out of New Jersey for the Brick City All-Stars, where they showed their merit in New Jersey by beating the Tri-City Flames. They beat them 47-0.
Oh, so we got a tri-state win?
We got a Tri-State win.
Tri-state win for the BC All-Stars out of New Jersey. All right, we got a win out that, so they go to the next round with a win. What's the next one?
Then the next game in which that was played was the 11U BX Giants versus the Leyden Bears.
That's the Bronx Giants?
The Bronx Giants, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Bronx Giants. We had another team from the tri-state area,
Yeah.
which that was, you know.
Bronx Giants?
What? They actually lost.
So what's the score?
They lost 13-0.
Another freaking donut.
Another donut.
Another flat tire.
Another flat tire. I don't know what's going on.
What's next, man?
I don't know. Maybe can the Renegades or one of these teams, you know,
what's next? The Renegades play next?
The Renegades play next. That's the 12U. Brooklyn
12,
Renegades versus the Somerset Raiders.
Okay, what happened?
That game was played under very, very strict heat advisory in Florida.
Down in Florida.
You know, we was in the cold, so
Yeah.
you know, you just gotta remind people.
Yeah. So they played.
The Brooklyn Renegades scored 12. Somerton Raiders played a hell of a game and beat them by 1 point.
Okay, that was a
That was
competitive.
a very competitive game.
All right, Renegades, man.
You
Brooklyn
know,
Renegades came down there.
You know,
What
they went
all
down
that
there.
first game?
They went down there with that quarterback that they have on that 12U.
Okay,
You know,
did some work.
He's a former quarterback of mine.
Okay,
You know, Guy Rich. You know, Jaden.
okay.
You know, Simpson. They call him the Spartan from the Renegades. Number 9. You know, very, very good players, very skilled athletes.
Okay.
You know, you could be seeing those guys real soon on your PSAL screen. Right now, the game in which that stood out to me more was everything that was going on in Big Apple.
What?
All the controversy, all the bickering, all the battles between leagues about teams that didn't belong in national.
Oh, you talking about? I know you talking about.
What team am I on? Do you know?
The team out there by the water in Long Island called Freeport.
Freeport.
Yeah. Freeport came.
You talking about Freeport?
Yeah, I heard that. That's man. Freeport went out there and did their thing.
I believe Freeport.
Hey, listen.
On what I got on my paperwork, Freeport
Yeah.
is the only team.
Only team standing. Out of New York.
Freeport is the only team still standing.
All right,
out
so
of
we
New York City.
rooting for Freeport to bring that national
Freeport to
championship
bring
home.
the national championship.
Any representative or person that does a film, please put your film clippings on your road, and we hope to bring it home the national championship back to New York City and the surrounding counties. Please put your film on our Facebook page group, NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show page, and please, feel free to call our show next week or set up with our producers to come in. After your guys come in from Florida, we want to really talk to your guys, and we hope that they bring home that trophy.
We're hoping
And they can bring it right to the podcast show, and we can make a show out of it and stuff. So that wraps up the Florida first day.
No, hey, we
got some more?
We got one more team.
One more. Hey, let's go.
Can't forget about the guys. We
Well-
cannot forget about those guys with the Brooklyn Chiefs.
The Brooklyn Chiefs, how they do?
The Brooklyn Chiefs and Kent County Stallions played a doozy.
Just
And
tell
they-
me the Brooklyn Chiefs won.
They didn't.
I did, man. You know, listen, you taking the whole thing away from Freeport. Freeport is still standing. I don't want to hear nothing about a New York team. Matter of fact, I'm not disrespecting the Chiefs. What was the score, man? Excuse me.
Listen, the
What was the
score was 40.
Don't tell me no donut. Another goddamn
40
flat
to
tire.
nothing. New York City, we got it.
You gonna tell me another damn flat tire?
We gotta do better, man.
Freeport, bring it home.
Bring it
Freeport, bring it home.
Bring it home, Freeport. We rooting
Bring
for
it
you.
home.
We rooting for
We're
you,
rooting
Freeport.
for you. Everybody else go out there with a flat tire.
Hey, man. That wasn't the intention.
No, I know. It's just that we suck out of the state.
Hey, man. These guys go into their games.
Yeah.
They come in with their all-star teams from their counties. They come together and they beat up on us.
What I do is,
You know?
it's different football.
It's different terms of football, different obligations, different understanding, you know?
I think it's a turnpike, bro.
I think it's a turnpike.
When we come off them tunnels or them bridge, we get in the turnpike and all our mojos go, all the teams go.
We lose all the sauce.
All the sauce over there, so.
No swag?
You know,
Is it the fact that we don't got no swag?
I don't know. Whatever we gotta do, we gotta go back to the drawing board. You know.
I think,
First of all, we gotta get New York football together, youth football together first. This is why we're not sending a good team.
this is true.
You know, we're not sending a good team that deserve to go, financed and everything.
Do you know how many teams are in New York City now?
Yeah, I don't think it's over 30 something. I think.
Boy, are you kidding me?
I think it's way 50.
There's a pop-up org every day.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Okay, we're not gonna get into the particulars, but I believe in New York City right now with the type of talent that we have coming out of the city, with the idea of E-Hall creating all the great football in which that they playing over the years, sending kids to D1 colleges, and sending guys to Wisconsin, sending guys over to Ohio State, sending guys all across the nation to play a great batch of football, you know? I need to know, as a football coach for coaching over 13 plus years, coaching for the Renegades, coaching for the Brooklyn Panthers, coaching for Brooklyn United, coaching on all levels of the game. How is it that we can make the pool for New York City football better? And I believe with this podcast, we have the plateau right now to talk about things in which that we need to do in order to make New York City football
Youth
better.
football.
Youth football better.
This show is a youth sports show. We talk about football today. We also want to touch on basketball, track, soccer. You know, we want to touch on those things too. But football is probably one of our main sports we talk about. We're going into the all season. What's coming up next is February. We're going to be doing something with the clinics, coaches clinics. So we got to get better. Coaches got to get better. The training got to get better. We also got to see what's going on with this vote, which is important.
Well, you know, we're talking to a lot of councilmen. We're trying to see what is our
We want to put
position.
somebody on the show too to explain it. But they got a vote coming up in January. That's important.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna see about that, and then we can take care of one problem at a time. But our agenda is coming up shows. Our agenda is that. That's what our agenda. And we're gonna go to the break, and we're gonna come back with why we're in this studio, and why we're not with Mixed Vibe Radios.
Let's go to commercial.
Let's go to commercial. This is the season to think of Hot Beats. Hot Beats Electronics, authorized dealers. Cell phones and accessories, think of Hot Beat. Electronics, think of Hot Beat. Car audio, think of Hot Beat. DJ equipment, think of Hot Beat. Visit our stores at 16605 Jamaica Avenue, Jamaica, New York. That's 16605 Jamaica Avenue, Jamaica, New York. Call us at 718-291-1552. That's 718-291-1552. Or shop online at hotbeatnewyork.com. That's www.hotbeatnewyork.com. Advertise with us at NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. We offer your business to get in on the ground floor of a fast-growing podcast with voice or video ad spots on our show. Let us help you advertise your products, services, events, fundraising, games, and tournaments here at the NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. For more info, call us at 347-776-7070. That's 347-776-7070, or email us at nycUsportspodcastshow@gmail.com. That's nycUsportspodcastshow@gmail.com. And we back, NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. I'd like to touch base on why we're not at Mixed Vibe Radio. We want to thank Michael for bringing us in and showing us and helping us a lot to get our first show out. It was just, things of differences that we are not there. We are currently building our own studio with the help of our sponsor, Hot Beats Electronics, and we are building something that, we want to stay independent and kind of own ourselves so we can be more better for the people who we serve. More better service for the youth football community or the youth sports community. So we have to be independent. We wanted that relationship to go, but hey, he got his thing, and we're new at this, and we want to do what's best for us and our youth sports community. We are currently in one of the conference rooms at the Green Desk, and our studios, Studio A that we are currently building. We're going to show you it. Another thing, we got something online that we need donations. Our sponsor, Hot Beats, came up with half the funding, and we need to come up with the other half so we can finish it. We need donations of $15 to $20, and what we're giving you is a nice 100% cotton shirt. Sizes from extra small to extra large. That's $15.
All donations is going to kids.
And if you need a bigger size, that's 2X to 6X. That's $20. So please send it through the Cash App, through the Zealous, under Milton Morton, and my telephone number is 718-313-4826. That's 718-313-4826. This will help us tremendously so we can help youth kids in New York City. So all the donations are going to finishing up what we need to do. This is the last bit of finances that we need to do to get us back live on the air. Until then, we will be doing pre-recorded tapes, and please support that. And we'll be live soon. So with your help, we'll be live faster. So go to our page, go to Zealous, go to Cash App under Milton Morton, and please donate $15, $20. You're going to get a shirt for your donations, and all the contributions are going to help youth kids in NYC. Thank you for tuning in, and please stay strong and stay with us. We will be back live on the air in the near future. This is Coach High. I'm Coach Uncle Milt. This is the NYC Youth Sports Podcast Show. Thank you for showing. And now we got 47 weeks of Uncle Milt's great ideas coming to reality. Stay tuned.
I got to talk. I got to tell what I feel. I got to talk about my life as I see it.